Alright, so kind of a weird start to this video, but today we're going to go ahead and take the new LR Future Gohan, yes, the newest Carnival LR, into the Zamasu Red Zone stage. Now, I feel like a Future Gohan as a unit is going to be a lot better in shorter content than longer content, due to the fact that he gets 40% extra reduction, I guess damage reduction specifically, when you're 5 turns into the fight. After those 5 turns run out, then that damage reduction does go away. Now, while he won't be bad after that, he definitely has benefited from these shorter fights, which is why I decided to go in just first and foremost into the hardest, shortest fight, in my opinion. My cord is kind of being a funny guy again, so we're going to hop in like this. We're going to play the Future Gohan intro and Vegeta Trunks as well, and we'll hop into the actual showcase.
まだ見ぬ敵を宇宙最強お前が誇り高きサイヤ人の血を引く者ならば俺の息子ならば誰にも負けることは許さん俺超えてみせます目の前の敵も父さんも地球は俺が守ってみせる
Alright, so let's have some fun here. We actually have some pretty good starting rotations, I feel, for our characters. We'll go ahead and let Vegeta and Trunks. We'll actually grab all of this key with you. And then I think, yeah, that does bring down this key right here. So, I guess Future Gohan for the first 3 turns, he doesn't really care about being in slot 1 or 2. Keep in mind, I think a lot of people aren't aware of this. So, like I said, he has a 40% reduction for 5 turns. He has a baseline 20% damage reduction. And then on top of that, when your key's 18 or more, you get an additional 20% damage reduction. That does not activate until this character actually attacks, because of how the game works is that it doesn't actually like check if you're at the 18 key level until you're actually attacking. So unfortunately, that's why this Gohan doesn't get the damage reduction before he attacks. Now, starting off here, this is a 55% halfway link leveled Future Gohan, right? I did give him a defensive equip here, a dodge level 5 equip there. So defensively, starting off at 174k defense, and again, after he attacks, he's gonna have 80% reduction here. With each attack he does, he of course does build up 20% attacking defense up to 100%. So after we get the full 5 attacks, he will be cooking. And then of course he has this 18 key super attack, which does have a 50% defense raise. And then he has these 12 key super attacks, which will give him another 30%. This guy could triple super in this turn. Let me actually turn down the audio again. This guy could very easily triple super attack on this turn, and he'll be looking good. By the way, Vegeta and Trunks will actually be pretty fine right here. Yeah, even though this Zamasu does hit pretty hard early on, the fact that they triple super like that is nice. Now, he is starting off again like a 4 million attacks right there. He has his additional that has a high chance to become a super attack, which we're seeing right here when he's at 18 key. And he also has a guaranteed additional super attack when you're at 20 keys. So that's pretty good overall. He's building up his passive. We just only need 2 more attacks and he will be fully built up. That is level 5 crit right there, by the way. I really wish we saw a super attack, or at least him to take a super attack right there, but it's fine. Not the biggest deal if we don't see him get a super attack or eat a super attack in this specific turn. On this next turn right here, we do have a 79% Future Gohan though. So this Future Gohan right here is 79%. Not Link level 10, of course, because he just barely came out. But we can see like the differences between a Rainbow one and a not Rainbow one. I mean, this kind of sucks how the rotations are panned out, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and get this with this Future Gohan. We'll get this with this guy, and hopefully my double super attacks. Or else we could be in trouble. If anything, we'll hop in again. Okay, 60% reduction, 370k without any buildup. I guess, to be fair, he does have 100% support in this turn, so the Inch Future Gohan is supporting him by 50% attacking defense, because he is, of course, a bottom master and disciple category ally. Then Mai is also supporting by 50% as well, so I guess that really helps a lot, obviously, with his tanking, but him just eating that Zamasu super attack right there is obviously very, very impressive. Considering the fact that he didn't even have his full reduction or any of his passive built up. So, I mean, once we start getting this boy built up, he's going to be looking really, really good. But again, the issue is going to be Mai here. If she double supers or not, we need that double super. Please, hidden potential. Ouch. Ouch. Do we live? We actually did live. Okay, that's kind of funny. We did actually live in this turn. I do have the Senzu Bean, and I probably will just use the Senzu Bean here, just so we don't, like, die. I think that's probably just let's just use it so we don't die. What about that? I think that's a good idea. We'll grab this with Vegeta Trunks. We'll grab this with Gohan. If we see Gohan get super attacked here, that could be a pretty good situation for him. So, again, he's at 220k defense here without any super attack defense, and he still has to build up a little bit. So, not bad at all so far from what we're seeing in terms of his defense. Considering that, you know, after he attacks here, he has 80% reduction. It's pretty difficult for him to take damage. You could almost say, if you're running him in slot 2, like, his defense doesn't even matter, because 80% reduction is just too high. Like, even if he's at like 50k defense, like, he would live any super attack in the game basically, right? But maybe 50k defense is a bit low even for 80% reduction, but 80% reduction is very good considering the fact that his defense levels shoot up quite high once we get all these super attacks off. I mean, again, in situations where he gets triple super attacks, he gets a total of, what, 110 defense on top of his passive that we're seeing right there. So, I mean, in this turn, he'd very easily tank this Zamasu super, which, again, we're not seeing. Hello, I want to see that. I want to see the tanking, but I guess not. Very interesting. We might not even finish Zamasu off in this turn, which means that we'll get the domain starting from the very, very last turn of the fight, which is fine with me, too. Okay, no, we did actually end up killing here. That's fine. So we have transformed future Gohan here, which is going to work out fine for us. We also have the, my future Gohan specifically. Okay, well, I guess the friend, I mean, so we could put the friend in slot 1. And you know what? We will go ahead and put the friend in slot 1. We're getting a lot of support from Gohan and Zamasu here. Let's see. Could we live? One good thing I also want to know about future Gohan, his HP. He actually has the highest soul HP in the game. Like, compared to, if we're comparing everyone to Rainbow level, he has the highest HP. And even at 55%, he has 26,000 HP. I mean, if you take a look at his team, we're at 784,000 HP. That's a lot. So, I mean, there's a very big leeway in terms of what we can take in terms of supers. Ooh, and Goku Black and Zamasu did not even super attack us before we attack, huh? That's pretty uncommon, because they have a really high chance to super attack, right? But now we could definitely take advantage of that here, because of the fact that we're getting at least the 2 super attacks. And again, this is the 79% one. I mean, he's not taking really damage with this, because he still has the 80%. Oh yeah, for sure. Will this even be double digits, man? It's gonna be really, really nasty. I'm very excited to see what he's gonna do. Yeah, this is not doing anything to us. Maybe 100k at most. At most. Yeah, double digits makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he's cooking. Future Gohan's good, if you guys weren't aware. Now, next turn, we can use the domain ability, and the domain ability is going to be pretty good for us as well. It's going to allow all our characters to do 30% extra damage to extreme class characters, and that's a pure 30% buff. Oh, dude, in future, Gohan is also cooking here. Oh my goodness, buddy. Chill. This is the LR showcase, bro. He just took away half his... Dude, if we had the domain up, you'd be dead in this turn even with the active skill for sure. But yeah, now we could actually see the domain. And there's a little trick that you guys should be aware of now that we all... Okay, see, because we have so much HP, we just lived that very easily. But a trick that you guys could be aware of is the fact that when you use the active skill, you're technically at 18 ki when you're using the active skill, and it activates that passive already start of turn. So what's going to happen is, if you're on turn 5, you still have the extra 40% reduction from the intro. You could use the active, and then before you get attacked in slot 1, he does have his full 80% damage reduction. And the active skill does give the 5 key and 20% defensive buff for the rest of battle. So, I mean, yeah, my 55% Gohan, 328k defense, and he's going to have 80% reduction, plus the extra boost we can get, and we could use Trunks and Vegeta's active, dude. Pretty crazy. You know, let's go ahead and we'll use Vegeta and Trunks' first. Why not?
俺は諦めない絶対にこの通りだトランクス俺の力よこの世界の人間の盾になれみんなの願いをこの一撃に込めるサイヤ人人間の底力を侮るなよ食らえギャリンクホートランクスやったなはい必ずお前たちを倒すおい甘ったれてんじゃねえぞお前の力はこんなものじゃないだろう
Man, that active skill is so good. Woo, they cooked the active skill. And now, I guess one other thing I want to point out, well, first and foremost, he's at 460k defense. We do have the Trunks and Vegeta support buff, but that's pretty good. And then with the 80% reduction, he just 0 damage, right? Now, once you have the domain ability up, you have to consider the fact that, well, again, like I talked about, we get the 30% extra damage, you know, dealt to extreme class enemies, which I feel like if you looked the damage, you could definitely tell the difference in the damage we would usually do compared to what we're doing now. He also does create int key spheres to SDR key spheres, and when you're at either 24 key or using the active skill, you get a guaranteed crit, which, you know, 24 key you basically live at with this character at this point. So I'm not even afraid. I don't no healing needed or anything like that. We're good. Even if they super just instantly, but no. So, I mean, 55% future Gohan hitting a 10 mil guaranteed crit. Then he has potentially 2 super attacks he could follow up with. One's guaranteed, and one is a high chance. But imagine, like, the damage potential in this turn. The active skill that's guaranteed critting into the 10 mil attack stat that's guaranteed critting. I would assume he'd be doing, like, at least a 7 mil into an 8 mil. Both also guaranteed crits. Not even like max links. Like he still could get. You could still squeeze out some attack from this unit even at 55%. He looked pretty good and he very easily handled the fight. Now we couldn't really see him take a super attack, unfortunately. But I mean, we saw the rainbow one take double digits from the Tech Goku block and Zamasu after he attacked, which I'm sure you guys know how absurd that you have to be defensively to be able to even take that. That's just very, very good. Being able to take double digits. Is that kind of just like crazy to wrap your mind around? But yeah, dude, this future Gohan, he is cracked. He is very cracked. I mean, there's a reason why many of us are saying, yeah, you know, this guy's probably just the best, you know, in the game in general. It just, you're like, I'm using him. That 30% extra damage dealt to extreme class bosses, which is pretty much every difficult boss in the game, you truly do feel that difference. And, you know, I feel like especially in Omega, it can help offset the fact that he loses his reduction, which I'll probably take him into Omega after this. I think I want to take the Trunks into this fight, and that'll be probably the video that goes up after this, Trunks in this fight specifically. We'll take a look at that, but yeah, is there anything else that I missed talking about regarding this Gohan? I think that is pretty much everything. Again, yeah, you want to get the 5 attacks in, and yeah, I mean, well, you get to, I guess, talking about for longer content, you could save the active skill, and what happens is, oh yeah, there's another thing I need to talk about before I end the video, right? You could save the active skill for when he loses the 40% reduction, then use it the next turn where he doesn't have the 40% reduction anymore, and you get the full 40% start of turn. Even though he's not 80% anymore, if there's like AoEs like an Omega or something, you'll be covered. And another thing I know a lot of people are confused about, you can use the active skill with the other future Gohan, because all that has to be up is the City Future Rainy domain. So he could activate the friend's active skill, the friend can activate yours, vice versa. But anyways, I'm blabbling on. Whatever, we're done. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.